Let's dive into one of the most incredible spiritual journeys ever told. It's the story of a young seeker named Sudana, and his quest is really a timeless one. He's trying to figure out how to walk the Bodhisattva path, the path to enlightenment not just for yourself, but for literally everyone. And like all great journeys, it all kicks off with one single, really important question. And this is it. This is the question that starts everything. Notice, Sudana isn't asking if he should seek enlightenment. He's already got the will. He's asking how. It's such a relatable question, isn't it? For anyone who's ever wanted to take a big, noble idea and actually make it real. And this question, it sends him on an epic journey all across ancient India to meet 53 different masters. Now, here's what's so cool about this story. Sudhana's journey doesn't start up on some remote mountain or in a silent monastery. Nope. It begins right here, smack in the middle of a bustling city called Zizai. And that's a huge detail because it tells us right away that the spiritual path isn't something separate from our normal lives. It starts right in the thick of it all. So I want you to just picture this scene for a second. You've got the noise, the chaos, the smells of a busy marketplace. And right in the middle of all that, Sadhana walks up to this great teacher and just unloads, pours out this deep, burning desire to understand the path. But what happens next? Well, it is not at all what he or you would expect. This is just a total reversal of what you'd think would happen. Sudhana, the student, is probably bracing for a long lecture. Instead, Miga, the master, gets down from his seat, throws himself on the ground in front of Sudhana, and starts showering him with flowers and praise. So why? Why would he do that? Because Miga sees that the simple intention, the aspiration for enlightenment, is one of the most powerful and precious things that can happen in the entire universe. And that right there, that's Suhana's very first lesson. It's not some complicated doctrine. It's about the pure, world-changing power of a single thought, the intention to wake up. Miga's first teaching is just beautiful. It comes through these powerful metaphors. He says that your aspiration, that little spark of intention, it isn't just a personal goal. It's like the earth itself, a foundation where all good things can grow. It's like the sun shining a light not just for you, but for the entire world. It's a bridge for everyone to get across the ocean of suffering. And it's a fire that burns away all our selfish junk. He's basically telling Sudhana, the journey, it has already begun, and it began powerfully the moment you asked the question. So with lesson number 1 in the bag, Sudhana is sent on his way. Miga points himself and tells him to go find a man named Jiatoa. Sudhana has no idea yet, but this is just the next step on a pilgrimage that's going to take him over a decade to complete, with each teacher building on the last lesson. So after a long, long journey, Sudhana finds his second teacher, the elder Jiato. And this time, the lesson isn't going to be in words or metaphors. This is going to be something else entirely. A direct vision that's about to completely shatter his whole idea of reality. Sudhana asks his question again. How do I walk the path of a bodhisattva? And Jiatuo, he doesn't say a single word. Instead, he just enters this deep state of meditation and basically invites Sudhana to watch the answer for himself. And what Sudhana sees is just mind-blowing. Infinite universes, countless Buddha realms, just appearing in every direction as far as he can see. And in every single one of them, enlightened beings are teaching and helping others. And then comes the big reveal. All of this cosmic, infinite activity, it's all happening right inside Jituo's own body. Now, this incredible vision, it wasn't just some magic trick to impress him. It was a direct teaching about the fundamental nature of our mind and the universe itself. Jiatuo finally speaks, and his words are basically the key that unlocks the whole vision. He explains that everything, even these amazing Buddhas and their worlds, and our own mind, are fundamentally inseparable. They're like a dream, or an echo, or a reflection in water. They arise together. They're not two separate things. So what does that even mean? It's pretty profound. The universe we experience isn't some solid, separate thing out there. It's more like a projection, a reflection of our own consciousness. And if that's true, then the work of a bodhisattva isn't just about changing the outer world. The real work is about purifying your own mind, because a purified mind will naturally give rise to a purified world. Okay, so Sudhana has learned about the power of his own intention, and he's learned about the true nature of his mind. So what's next?
Well, his next teacher, a monk named Hai Chuang, is going to show him what an awakened mind actually does. This is the lesson of active, boundless compassion. And just like with Jidо, Sudana finds Hai Chuang totally still, just sitting there in deep, silent meditation. But as he watches, he sees this explosion of activity, a whole universe of compassionate action, just flowing out from the seemingly motionless body. From Hai Chuang's feet, Sudana sees this endless stream of gifts, food, medicine, clothes, whatever is needed, just flowing out to every corner of the universe, ending the poverty of all beings. Then, from the monk's heart, this incredible, calming energy just radiates outward. It soothes anger, it stops fights, it brings peace to anyone who's suffering from hatred. And finally, from the very crown of Hai Chuang's head, countless Buddhas just appear like a fountain, and they rain down teachings and wisdom perfectly tailored for every single being's needs, guiding all of them toward freedom. I mean, this is compassion in action on a cosmic scale. So let's just recap these first huge steps. First, from Maiga, Sudanana learns that the whole journey begins with aspiration, that powerful world-changing intention to wake up. Then, Yato showed him that the universe and mind are really one thing. So to change your world, you have to start by changing your mind. And finally, Hai Chuang showed him the result. A purified mind naturally, effortlessly becomes an endless source of compassion for everyone. You know, Sudana's journey really shows us that this path isn't about becoming someone else. It's a journey of discovering what's already inside us, the aspiration to awaken, the mind that contains the universe, and the compassion that can transform it. His journey went on for many more years and many more teachers, but it all started with that one question. Which kind of leaves us with a question of our own, doesn't it? What's the first step on yours?